Hello everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and today I am just bringing a quick tip idea for die storage. So I have recently purchased a few of these sets of the Tim Holtz Sizzix Thinlits dies that have the nesting shapes in it. So I have the circle, the square, and the hexagon. And they come in this little plastic packet inside the plastic envelope, which is great, but when you go to use them, they were just kind of all in there. So I decided what I would do is take a tip from others that I have seen on YouTube, but also from my old die storage, which I used to store my dies in this notebook on magnetic sheets. So I ordered these vent covers from, I just got these off of Amazon, and the reason I chose the vent covers, it ended up being a little bit less expensive than if I had chosen magnetic sticky back sheets that were either 9 by 12 or 8.5 by 11. It was a little bit less expensive, and I didn't really need the sticky back. So I chose these and I cut them down. Now I used my regular slide cutter to cut them down. And it worked great, but I will tell you, you can eat through your blade very quickly. So this particular blade is, I actually wrote on it for magnets because it still cuts magnets beautifully, but when I try to cut paper with it, it just shreds the paper. So, and I hadn't really cut a lot of them, so it will cut through it will ruin your blade. So just be prepared to replace the blade. But then what I did is I cut it down to fit the packaging insert, which I believe for this one ended up being, I believe it was 5 by 6. And so now I can go ahead and get my dies all arranged just like I did on the hexagons. So they're all nested in there, and they're much easier to find when I'm ready to use them. So for me, I need the time to be able to work on my projects without looking for things, so this is going to work really well for me. So I'm going to set that aside and just bring a couple of other things. So as I said, I used to have my dies in the notebooks. Well, I have used these Avery L packets here, and these are Stampin' Die storage. They come in a 25 pack that are 5 5/8 inches wide by 7 3/8 inches tall. So I went in and I cut 5 by 7 sheets of cardstock so that I could take some of my little magnet pieces and still use them when I didn't need a whole sheet. Now this one, I probably didn't need a whole sheet either, although these two dies pretty much take up the whole sheet, but I was able to go in with just a white pen and write on the black magnet itself what was in here. But these were scraps of the magnet, and so with the scraps of the magnet, I just cut them and then I adhered them on. I think this particular one I actually used glossy accents, but I got to where by the time the project was done, if it wasn't already a sticky back magnet, I was just using ATG and it adheres it just fine. And so now I am able to store all of my dies in one place and just be able to flip through them. I haven't decided exactly which categories I'm going to divide them up into, so I haven't organized them that far yet, but I just have them in a bin and I'm able to find them quickly. Now my Christmas ones are still in my Christmas area with all of my other dies and stamps and things that go along with Christmas. So the next tip I wanted to show, well, this is a pack. This one was the newest die set that I've actually purchased. This is the A2 Layers die from Waffle Flower. And Waffle Flower actually comes on a magnetic sheet, but the packaging is just the thin paper packaging. So I went ahead and trimmed it down to the size that would fit in my Avery L packet, and it fits really nicely. It's very secure and not going anywhere. The other thing that I did is some of this dies that I have, much like you, I'm sure, this is an old paper tray ink set that I have, and it has these 3 bold words that say thankful, blessed, and grateful, but it actually came with I think it was a separate purchase, but they were designed to go with these word stamps so that you could combine them and you could use the words to stamp the little part and then pop it with your dies that were much larger. So that one doesn't want to stick for some reason. I don't know. So what I did is I just opened it and I slid the stamps right in the back and so that they're all together. And then on the front, I noted that there are stamps in the back, so that on those couple of sets like that I have, they'll fit. Now, if I had a set such as these Close to My Heart Thinlit dies that came with the stamps and they're on their own magnet, I kept them all in their same packaging. The container I have them in right now is wide enough to handle that width. And so I'm not going to change that up, at least right now. So I will basically have a few different sizes in there. I'll have this Close to My Heart size, I'll have my Avery L size, and then I will also have the Sizzix size, which is a little bit smaller. But I'll still be able to flip through and get them organized and be able to find what I have. So just a quick tip, hope you find that helpful. Be sure and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the little bell so that you're notified when I get videos put out for you to see. And come back for some projects now that I have these dies organized. Maybe I'll start using them a little more. So thanks so much for stopping by today. And remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.